Does this mean that women don't care about looks? No. But I think it's important to understand that looks are simply a component to the sexual market value equation, for lack of a better term. So for us, it's looks and everything else is kind of like a second, distant, third, or fourth place, right? For women, looks are a component of a complex matrix because every woman is different. So in other words, some women might be totally okay with a guy that's average looking, but they put a bigger stake on his status. Some women might care a lot about looks and might not necessarily care so much about status, but they care about income. Some girls might say, I only care about income and I don't give a shit about looks. But the bottom line is that for men, there's an entire checklist of things that must be accomplished for the girl to be attracted. And this list typically is heavily weighed upon security, okay? Most men don't care about a woman's ability to earn income, be strong, and protect them. But the reason why prenuptial agreements are so important is because since women date opportunistically, you must create fail-safes and safety measures to mitigate risk. Why? Because in 2026 and beyond, this modern day society that we have, marriage is no longer a viable option for men. There's almost no upside to marriage. And if you don't agree, name one thing that a guy can get via marriage that he can't get from just being in a regular long-term relationship. I'll save you the headache. Nothing. You can virtually get everything that you need from a woman without marrying her, okay? Let me also mention this too. Now, marriage used to be kind of like a reward for women. It also was a way to kind of, create families, etc. And there's other benefits from before. But unfortunately, the way that marriage is now, it's no longer of benefit for you as a guy to get married, especially if you're like the breadwinner and you make all the money. Because we live in a society now where women are incentivized to marry you, leave you, and then take half your shit. Okay? So in other words, the marriage laws have not caught up with feminism. The reason why divorce laws, family court laws, and alimony, etc., are all extremely favorable to women is because prior to the feminist revolution of the 1960s, women were heavily dependent upon their partner for resources and support. So one of the ways that the court system was able to kind of make things a bit fair was by penalizing the man should he decide to divorce the woman and try to leave her out destitute. Because the government understood that if this guy kicks this woman to the curb and there's no negative consequences for that, we are going to be stuck paying the bill. We have to pay for the welfare. We have to pay for all the social problems. So we're going to go ahead and just get our money from the guy to go to her so they don't have incentive to divorce her. Now, this was a good check and balance back then because the man worked, the woman stayed at home, there was a social construct. But here's the problem, okay? Now, women make their own money. Now, women have their own status. Now, women have more opportunity than men do. And in a lot of cities, women are making more money than men do. Now, the issue is that the family courts have not caught up to this. They still have laws in place as if it's 1956 versus us being in 2026. And this is very dangerous for you as a guy because they're still acting like you're the sole breadwinner when a lot of the times you're not. And you're more than likely not going to get the kids, which is also going to be another thing not in your favor that's going to obligate you to pay her even more money. And the other thing too people need to understand is this ugly reality. When it comes to marriage, right? Typically the contract goes like this. The guy takes care of the woman, the man provides for the woman, the man protects the woman, etc. Right? And he's on the hook for doing that. From the female side, she raises a kid, she gives him sexual access, she obeys him, and she submits to him, right? Now, here's the difference. When a divorce happens, guess who's still on the hook to commit all the requirements as if they're still married? The man. You are still obligated to pay child support. You are still obligated to give her alimony. You are still obligated to, a lot of the times, give her the marital home. She's still entitled to 50% of everything that you made while you were with her. Meanwhile, do you get anything that you were supposed to get during the marriage? No. She don't gotta give you sex. She don't gotta do anything for you anymore. So in other words, that divorce, you are still on the hook for everything that you signed up for. Meanwhile, she's not. Are you guys starting to see why this is a problem? A lot of you guys want your girl to love you under any condition like your mom. Sorry, that's not how the world works, and that's not how women may select. A woman's love is absolutely conditional. And the faster you figure that out, the faster you can move on with your life and not take it personal and get pissed off at them. Because it's the guys that don't understand women that end up hating them the most because they look at them like, what the f? But once you understand this uncomfortable truth and you swallow that bitter red pill or black pill, whatever you want to call it, you'll understand them and you won't be mad.